At what point do you get into bodybuilding and actively competing in bodybuilding?
That was in the late 70s. I always worked out. And I didn't start working out until actually I made the decision to go to Minnesota. So about 8 months prior of leaving and, going up there in November, I found a gym and I started working out, like I said, 3 times a week and then running on the beach 3 times a week. But then after that, I continued working out and I got to where I thought I was looking decent, pretty good. Never on a national level, but maybe on a state level. So in the late 70s, I just started doing some competing in local, state and regional stuff, maybe mid-Atlantic, it'd take in 2 or 3 states and Mr. North Carolina. I won my weight class, didn't win overall, but I was in about 5 different bodybuilding contests. It was hard because I was still wrestling and you're on that real strict diet and you're watching your calories and you have no energy to get in the ring. And the guys that I was working with at that time knew that I was going through that, and then they were pretty much carrying me through the match. But it was just a personal thing, maybe something on my bucket list that I just wanted to check off. I'm going to show you something real quick. Hang on.
Sure.
Just take me a second. Actually, I'm going to. This is my what they call the man cave.
Yep.
This right here. Let me just give you a real. This is in my office here.
Uh-huh.
And,
Got a
I'll give
virtual
you a
tour
three-
of the Steamboat Man
Yeah.
Cave.
Yeah. Okay. And then over here, all the dolls and everything that they, I don't know. They got about 15 or 16 Ricky Steamboat dolls, but I want to show you this piece. Okay. This trophy right here. All right, I'm going to slide this over. I don't know if you can see this picture.
Yeah, we could kind of see it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's me. You know who this guy is?
Is that Snuka, right?
That's Snuka.
How do you compete against Snuka? What is that all about?
We were at the WBBG Southern States. That was North and South Carolina contest. The judges brought the 2 of us out of all the contestants to do a side-by-side. And because the points were so close. And at the end of the show, they gave me, this is it right here. They gave me the first place trophy.
Amazing.
And that was the only time Snuka was an animal. Man, he was, And at that time, he probably was close to 40 years old. And just a good fond memory of Jimmy. I always loved working with him in the ring. Everybody talks about Ricky Steamboat's arm drag, and I'll tell you a story of how I got that. But anyway, Snuka was the best guy to feed me for the arm drag. He was the best guy to feed me for an arm drag.
Wow.
He was more of his body was like, when he was like a beast, it was raw. I had more maybe like a pleasing physical look, pleasing to the eye, more symmetric than Snook. But yeah, that was the only time we competed, and I narrowly beat him by just a couple of points.
Rick,
And let me tell you the story. You know who originated that arm drag? If you're familiar with my arm drag, I get way up in the air with the guy before I hook his arm. And everybody that worked with me knew, I said, you got to jump as high up as you can and just do a forward somersault, and I'll hook your arm, and then we'll land together. Well, I stole that from a guy by the name of Jack Briscoe. Jack Briscoe originated that flying style of an arm drag. So everybody thinks of Ricky Steamboat's arm drag, but actually Jack Briscoe was the originator.
and you just improved on it, right?
I could get up higher than Jack, I guess. Maybe, but truthfully, it just depends on the guy feeding you. If he can't get up in the air, you can't either. You know, because you're underneath him. If he only just gets up a little bit, you can't get any higher. So
You
yeah,
know,
that's a picture of me and Dory Funk.
yeah. I was listening to you
If you
speak about.
if you look at the audience, that's in Japan.
Wow.